Ras, you still looking young. Why fresh?
Me exercise and phobia.
That be as a pressure fuel so anambwa.
Well, as you know, I mean, being an MP has a lot of pressure. But
Yeah.
the thing with so we are a Jumama Wankasa Hono, it gives you a lot of time. Uh, as the boss, Opa we are Juma from the office, Opa we are Juma from the house.
Yeah.
And thanks to computer and working remotely, people are able to have flexible working hours. And I don't know the actual Kojo.
Sir. Yeah, the radio say. And then nobody in common afa eniema miensa ho. One has to do with Ablekuma North, simply because wako hoda. We're tasty what is on the grassroots before since 2012. And then again, we're going to touch on the U.S. relation with us concerning visa applications and all that. And then we'll look at Trans-African Tourism and Unity, the 39 African countries you intend driving, to them to see us have free visa and all that. But my answer here, the visa issue, because you posted on your social media handle that 5-year visa expire or come back renew you're single entry for 3 months and so we out to honum but you ukwaya na reality dawn on you, right?
Okay, me that say a team for so ya chom, a for so ya chom. Could you say only no me third to Quimpa na me third 5-year visa in January this year. But now me need adage to go and renew it until I'm say March more na me the two mo say omo and renew and mame. Na last week no mo send me email say me from my passport na me beje, and me the passport no call and no na omo the brand me. Me hemu na bosome miensa. Na say single entry ni che say udi rema eba unsantimi enwremu biom this also akoche visa foforo. Me who me na kakra eja obia for the last 21 years me co US eba me overstay that na me a renewal for 5 years or mama me 3 months me the room eba me ntimi enwrem this visa ko a visa foforo. But apparently not admit news better ho say you're going to say on my policy changes, but I didn't even know because of campaign to travel to 39 countries, did a lot of meetings, until my friend Ubina watching Shimu from the embassy say, oh, say this in a policy for Fraba. Nti obi bia when even we minister kwa na o the ordinary passport kwa 3 months na de be ma we presenter Kojo Preko o the passport kwa 3 months na de be ma single entry. Now one of the reasons they say according to them almost Ghana for do na eje visa no kwa and mosome ana enfia ye de ma omo no omo tenemu e ma ne boro so just say overstay into the percentage or more allow for every country into country we are no my for eco room now overstay percentage of that on it do 15% now they don't mind but they brought 15% in terms of the ratio say nipa 2000 bosoma mi ensemu and visa busuma miensa no emu 20% answer back to Ghana na say ya violate omo hyehyɛ ne omo mra enti based on that asotwe a omo de twe Ghana no that is one of the reasons da omo kyerɛ mu a say Ghana buy etu anamo na ohwɛ na omo etu kwan ekwa America omo nkotene mu nche eno na Kojo na kakra obi a tie bibi man mu ha na sebe wadamfo bi ana onua bi ana tiefo bi ana ahwefo bi ajo mo visa kwa America abla kwa de nko obedi nechi akọ say obeba back and as day. I mean, practically it's not even possible for any country to say oh man for or more kosa kurimu sheno momra onya kroko do America obo okra an address kra wa changing address wa changing the telephone number obo okra if for kra efre na obo sanka no enam say wa koduru na nyoma entimi to to yi enti na so ayeshi enti to put that burden on the government of Ghana now I felt say clearly no emena kakra minia enti million na
but Rance my visa same way does it lie with Ghana mine specifically the foreign ministry to be monitoring almost manfua almost two kind
it doesn't obi free Ghana eko do abroad to even track the person is difficult into wa kroni ya odia obi oye hoho abano when I say all the systems in place to make sure say imagine galamsey for ya mobile they don't even have residency permits na yes China enhwema momu overstay onya kroko ko dunkwa on ofin or ekurabia se a ono Chinese government no be dey who say your friends the citizen be Ghana ekurabia se illegal mining. It is Ghana for ya said there to find out wherever they are and deport them or prosecute them and stop galamsey. In the case of America, we don't have the capacity. It rests with the government of America to find illegal migrants and deport them or whatever they want to do. But policies, Kojo, say among us, America for the Omaye year that anti, affect you. Obi knew how I year that because in Epokra or he said in Shotogumu, the sea does not reject rainfall, coming into the sea. And that is why America is seeking to expand trade all over the world. May a businessman say, me 3 months single entry. I would look at other alternatives. Because to me, every 3 months, BIM must pay American visa. Many want that. And secondly, administrative cost no cry as a businessman. No, it doesn't make sense. Say every 3 months, be a visa for from. And then also these days, to even get a date. So ubenya date on their calendar to even put in your applications. So, you say, so to be applied by or more head date for about a year, no munya date.
Yeah.
And all of these challenges. Enti omo ene ebe affect you. But of course, it has some effects on us. Money kwala Ghana for omo pese omo kosuapon in America. Omo this arrangement affects them. Omo pay F1 visas. Regularly they would have to apply because almost students, your students, bebre ekwa omo person back to Ghana. Enti so when I call a student no akọ on government scholarship and no there a buying ever kwanya obetimi e dey atwena so because most of them are bonded maybe waje bond say buying the between school fees America but oba be ye adwuma wo baby ana oye adwuma no obi assign a guarantee ama no enti onya kro eko on government scholarship no on ma and the Ghana buying ebetimi ahwe onia or guarantee ma no no the pressure and now switch bi or the tone so no onya kro so be say I say wako see mo kan say awawa
yes
amo wako see awawa mo bi na say onya kro betria e kai so otria say wa wo see awawa no ona ye be twa so
yeah
for students who are on government scholarship omode aban ewo kwan a efa so a obetimi e de omaba because they know where they are and there are people who guarantee it. But omo call for tourism say me ko hwemani so ade keke na masaba and our businesses now omo koya omo overstay and no it's entirely up to the American government to deal with it.
Is it the same thing entirely to Ghanaians to know say mama American visa say omra ayememo whether Ghana Nigeria or wherever na say overstay me to me and then I the same restriction because I'm looking at the press release coming from Ministry of Foreign Affairs talking about or responding to the US visa restriction issues and there's more of justification to tell us, as of even for instance, January 2025 to date, Oma issue almost about 40,648 visas. I mean, issue from Ghana missions in Washington, D.C. and New York. And out of this, 28,626 are multiple entries, visas to Ghana. What is trying to tell us, and it's for Ghana, we are still heading to that agreement, that relationship that we have. But in the press statement, what is the missing link there is the fact that you raised. The numbers now stay a particular country. A broswa, yebema cut off. No. Ghana, what to Kwanyache, do we have such a cutoff for even people we give visas to missions in UK and US coming to Ghana? Yes, your cutoff point for these people. Yes,
absolutely. Krobia try to control immigration. And they try to control it in a manner say your population will not be overwhelmed. For example, Saudi Arabia for Hajj, who's a country be okuta. Because you got traffic situation, overcrowded, etc. Even with the US embassy, any other foreign embassy be or Ghana they have quotas. Say this month, visa says NSA ye issue. Inti na unze obi want the papers in the BBI genuinely, but ye deny no. Simply because they are trying to control their quotas, and they will deny you and give you flimsy excuses. You are working here, you can demonstrate that you are working, but they do that. So it's not really. So in terms of Ghana also has that, as a country that wants to control migration. And indeed, the Americans are also overstay. They don't, take the necessary steps to make sure say residency permit and BBI say what I think needs to be done is say assembly new buy this kind of nature. And they should sit behind closed doors and tidy things up and sort this out. Because they're trying to say America has an interest here. They trade with us. We also trade with them. That trade volume is over $2 billion. Just the trade volume. They call America gold, cocoa near there. And quantifier is over $2 billion. And Omaya open inflows into your country by way of revenue. You don't want to jeopardize this, trade relationship. And then also we've cooperated with America. We've done things together on many other things that we feel say they should focus on the bigger picture. Trump na bana sebi or Sorena one year no koka sebi nenkwasa asem. Hwenuechi ade akoye Liberian president Senegalese president about on China. I don't know whether you've seen the video.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, I can send it to you. Omaba on China, Liberian president said he speaks good English. Where did he go to school? Clearly disrespectful. And as a president, Kurano, you should know from your briefing, say, Liberia is an English-speaking country. All right, but that is Trump for you. There's a new law. Ono na abana or ye ne nyoma. 4 years so in Chenaba. He's in his last 4 years. So me and work things out amicably. Then the empire na omo akwantu for as omo boss president bi beba America ono na shisha ebeboa ona omo migrants.
Na obisa no is not interesting say the same Liberia now obisa so or can good English I didn't know the Americans who really colonized them. I mean that space.
Absolutely, a lot of Liberians were descendants of slaves who were brought in from America. But it tells you how ignorant the American president is. Say as a sitting president, you haven't read your briefing. My your officers would do, sort of a profile, a briefing of the people who are coming to you for you to go through and have a clear understanding. As I mean, before you come on air, producers, they've given you topics, etc. So in every country, the president is supposed to be on top of his job. But clearly, with Trump, it's a different ball game. They bet see the Trimbia okay.
Ras, mami bisa sasem we quick one before I call other matters and so on. Sadia America for should it be say a bet was watcher? Can other countries take advantage of the situation, and or Ghanaians themselves will take advantage of? I mean, there's where they can then refocus and direct their attention to other countries where they can get all these visas and then move in terms of business, school, and everything.
Kojo, this is what some of us have been championing, and that is why I am passionate about ye bibi my say abom. You say it's Kronkwejina, and Ghana for ne, Togo for ne, Mali for ne, Nigeria and South Africa. If we have a borderless Africa, Ubibia or Ghana, Utimiko Namibia, Utimiko, Morocco, Utimiko Algeria, Ekodidra, and now Koyebibia. Ababuayan, the over reliance on the Westerners and a more modesho Mutirimuse, they can do anything and everything in Africa and get away with it. Meanwhile, Africa is really the place to be in terms of resources. They need us more. Could you read my lips? They need us more than we need them. Because they have war resources now. Almost no more they can not find resources because they want to build their industries, etc. They want to have chocolates, etc. In education, for instance, Asia has good quality education. Africa there are so many countries in Africa, including our own country. We don't even appreciate the quality of education that we have here. But people across Africa respect Ghana a lot. It's President Mugabe, the late President Mugabe of Zimbabwe. He went to training college in Ghana. And there are several other leaders who studied here. Uko school and on Chese Sebi Wabon. And Uko school Asia and on Chese Untimi and rise it to be whoever you want to be. The former governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Nashiru, he studied in Malaysia to become a governor of the Bank of Ghana. All right? In the America Potia, Obekonona, Ebe Mao, Ebe Chese, we are guy, we are chef. And on Jerry, it's just an opportunity. But so omuma emwaye dia. Let's look at alternatives, especially so when several countries are open to us. And not in Africa. For a South African to leave South Africa to Nigeria, the person has more headaches than for that person to leave South Africa to Istanbul in Turkey. It must not be so. Okay? And so let's say I'm mindful, especially Ejodifone, Suku, and Kuala, and then Mantan and Mabawa. They should look at alternatives. And there are places where the education quality is very, very good and the tuition is cheaper.
Okay. My member, a quick one, your trip, no na Femira Blekuma North, name meeting common and found we a quick one. On the 18th of August, you're doing a road trip, to 39 African, countries. Road trip? Another more for flight.
Debbie. Say, for flights, I'm not sure we would have been talking about this.
Road trip.
Because if we are picking flights, it's no news. But if we're driving from Accra, Togo, Benin, events in Nigeria, Cameroon, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, all the way to Southern Africa, Lesotho, Namibia, Mozambique, Botswana, Eswatini, South Africa, Efrima, Akko, events in Eastern Africa, Burundi, Rwanda, events in Tanzania, Kenya, Aba, Northern Africa, especially Algeria and Morocco. Mauritania, Senegal, Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast. It's very exciting. And Nientia, ye pese ye tusa anamui, ene asema visa asemia ya keka huwa asemsisia. Kojo, Africa, mami emboro from Akufado, and I hope he would forgive me. Africa nye hiyamai. Africa ye continental. You will see come brave, but and I'm saying, I'm a more bonny. Ye penny for your mind for a bunty. Young Crawford ho chiromo. Because been to Kwaya 85 countries around the world. I do not think, seeing what I've seen, say any African should leave the shores of Africa and go for a greener pasture in Europe or North America. I don't think so. Simply because everything we need is here, whether it's the weather, where is the resources. The missing link is Amamono. Into yeah campaign we one. So we're going to be meeting presidents and prime ministers all over these 39 countries, encouraging them to implement the visa-free policy for all Africans. Say we be near or African. Utu kwanye ako Algeria and you guys say ukoje visa. Utu kwanye ako Botswana. Kojo Cameroon haya yesi yambeje visa. I mean, it's so stressful. Now, Sebe, Europe, near America, near Canada, stress here. Ankasa so. Yes, I call stress. And we want these restrictions to go so that our people can be free, our people can explore other opportunities, either for studies, for events and tourism, or for business. I'll give you one example. Look at Morocco. Morocco is the highest producer of fertilizer in Africa. I don't see why we should be going to Russia and Brazil to bring fertilizer when Morocco has it, right? And we can get a lot from Morocco. Look at Nigeria, Lagos. Kojo, the population of Lagos is over 30 million. Ghana ye kaboma any Nigeria Kruba population. I didn't think as a country strategically, Yenka said, look, we want to be the food basket not just of Ghana but Nigeria, and take advantage of that market. Say ammonia bedo, say bayirene bedo, say there, and be sure we are the ones supplying that to Nigeria, and look at the revenue we can get from that. ABI Nigeria Market said, look, we are the big brothers, we have enough land, we can supply sugar to the whole of West Africa. And we begin to trade, we begin to take advantage, we begin to supply, and make sure that the economies of our countries in Africa grow.
Okay, all right. And Sen Abekokrano, you were there in 2012. Today, 19 polling station is in question for us to do a rerun today as we speak. About 7 Thomas Shasia, 8 o'clock, or 4 minutes past of 8 or Ghana Sisia, or more Ashasia. You've heard all the back and forth with the EC, with the MPP, going to court. We are rejecting. Then candidate says, I'm going less than 24 hours. Presidential aspirants also pumping money to see the candidate of the MPP win and all that. What do you make of Ablekuma North in itself?
Well, Ablekuma North, the constituency, I know the constituency inside out. I've lived there, I've worked there, I've been with the people. Last campaign, Mikoye house to house several days, especially in Bibi Omobe, polling events and elections in these 19 polling stations, in the Kwashiman areas. Near Ablekuma North, that's where I used to live.
Yeah.
Now, Ablekuma North, constituency, MPP Atenaso from 1996. As a matter of fact, in 2012, and let me commend the current crop of executives in Ablekuma North and the parliamentary candidate. 2012 abaye koto vote a miminyae obia entimi embrikisa record no until 2024. So for a woman leading the party to do that, I think is commendable. And with the signals that I've picked up, Ablekuma North, for the first time in the history of the constituency, is going to flip for the second time rather, because 1992 it was NDC. And see, for the second time in the history of the constituency, Ablekuma North is going to flip to the NDC. And I'm hopeful, say, once it flips, the NDC will be able to hold on to that seat for a very long time. It's a very diverse community. Ubia or hobby. Krobo for Amuna for Sirim for Christians or Muslims or and it's a very bubbly, very energetic community. And if you say Ubia would come out to vote peacefully, and what I also think, I'm not sure of the arrangement now, but sincerely, the number is about 6,000 or so voters who are voting. They shouldn't wait till enumerate to announce the events and the results. Once all the people have voted, I'm sure said they could give us an early declaration.
Yeah.
But knowing the way we do things in Ghana, I don't think that would be the case. On because till 5 p.m. when they announce the results. Fortunately, no, weather not changing. Into sometimes about 6 crowd not a room any kusu. We are also hoping say less than 10,000 votes there. Or bit more kind of in Munimeyana Ablikmanov would get a representative because it's most unfortunate. Say constituency like in the case of SAL that had no representation for for 4 years. Ablikmanov has not had representation for almost 7 months now. And so I'm hoping say it will be an opportunity to get a good representative who would go and also look after their interests.
All right, Ras, you better say Radin Shaw now on show. So when the road trip starts now, I think we'll follow you and then give us all the updates and when the trip is done and Mukuhum paying for presidency, the government and everybody you better back now. You better info na. You no need to say coin. You better now, but you no need to say coin. Why?
But then I'm say over 1 week be and now 2 weeks be on the 2 weeks be on the road. But may I say thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you too, Ras Mubarak and Eddie and Komono. A campaign lead, Trans African Tourism and Unity Campaign, and Eddie and Komono, and then he's being the former candidate Ablikuma North, and Eddie and Komono. Relic Estate, some cancho says, "Oh, pedayesi, say, oh, pay a dayesi na peso pensa, say, pa atodia, pepacho, yenko, Relic Estate, no me aboy yepa. Relic Estate, some cancho, almost sass, and be egusu, honum, East Legon Hills, Kwabenya, or Yarifa, Amasama and Pukwasi, and Edia Akengina, or Honina, on sa, Ebeka, almost sass, Sinibi, na onyomo. Eddie Nkomo and then I was so no much no more to me amount be omucha mawa now also wait to me they see we dream a house I say we see and also no men san cancho say amo ensase ni nyina no title lands na face so service plot I don't know say o pe bi pa dia menstru for re share Relic Estate mu na ombetumi aboye pa ma wetumi enya bi omo pe 10% down payment na dia kan nyina no omo ade amount omo spread ni nyina ama no ntino menstru bibia betumi akoye na efiada ne memene da de omo ko nsase ne so na omo akokɔhwɛ de ekɔ ne de ebe nyina eno ntino wapɛ o join omo na omo kɔ no hwe omo ewo omo office na mbom no from ewo number we so 02051392225 02051392225 and also says 0598-238-979 and on a Relic Estate na onyomo ending komo ni enhwe de eko Eclipse collateral management say men kan sure say o pay collateral na o de akoye adwuma se ne se ne fata na so benya so mfaso na bibia tumi akoyi ama wo company ne obusua ne obi bia wo mam hade a ene wo ne Eclipse collateral management for enkodi enkomo moso asabi mo wo property ehun krata ego hono ma loke sha adaka mu amfa nya hwe no almost say Fabra no metumi attend document into profit now also wetumi apodwe kakra no umpe we na opedien Eclipse collateral management say men kan say what about rest assured say o krata no and answer o document no is in safe hands and into no menstru men worry kra isane say adwuma omu yen omaye ache omne banks ahoro and afeso institutions bebre akese and adwuma ntino enya dia ohun ebekire okra enti no bra na oni omo enye adwuma Eclipse collateral management for me come asem omo adenta barrier omo ben Moses Hospital na honum na omo ben West African SHS war na honum na omo enti no from na oni omo enkodi enkomo na yen hwe kon befa so metumi aboa enti property owners na face so mo hia collateral no mo betumi akọ from 054 383-2466 054-383-2466 na oni omo ending komo na omo nhwe no mo emboa ewo bibia efa collateral and afiso property management hu nyina no omo ebehwe ne nyina amount 11 minutes past the hour of 8. Sadiq Herbal Center semen kan cho se Flexon 600 herbal mixture aba na Flexon 600 herbal mixture no de tie ni Moi monsa eye mutitiriti no afeso mo sexual weaknesses no joint pains na afeso de aka nyina no mono flex on 600 herbal mixture na ebebo ye pa ebetimi ama ho atɔ na afeso sexual weakness na wo ko ho a wadwe ho ayo kwadan dan nyina no ene nyina ebeti akɔ hwom once and for all enti no nom flex on 600 herbal mixture fi AA Sadiq Herbal Center for ho na bibia betumi akɔyie amount Moso asebi mu sisimu eya mo ya constipation o de o ya ema o bre kwagu me pacho nom elephant herbal mixture ebebo 100% herbal pure eno no onomu a constipation na fe so waist pains ni nyina no ebetumi akọ moso amu koko no Sadiq herbal powder ebetumi abo ama wotumi ama koko no pulse ni nyina no akọ elephant ointment no so wo ho mo amowo waist pains and na face so body pains backbone romanticism na face swollen legs ni nyina no mo nom anasa mo de elephant ointment no etwitwi so a bibia betumi akoyie amaw uhia dodo tupa de yenko okanshi drug lane KPD enterprise Kens Walk Herbal Rupash Herbal Alternative Herbal Helus Herbal Yakwatema so Little George Pharmacy Ashaman Echoes Pharmacy in Koko Hillside Pharmacy Oko honoma wonsa ebetumi akabi Kumase Kolinak Herbal Misty Herbal Apidank Herbal Freddy Men's Co Mama Becky ohonyina wonsa ebekembi na opese hu doctor ankasa na feso AA Sadiq Herbal Center padia yanko Muri Junction near the toll booth honum ana omo ewo omo number so 0244 153 511 0244 153 511 and also say 055 799 7797 055 799 7797 AA Sadiq Herbal Center and wasem ena me e catch we atare de ye obe pimpam atare so ye pa na atare so do so obe pam na ebeko yama pa dia na office wear out beko adwuma and so say obeko wedding in efiada eyi ewo yanim saso and sorry ko ewo yanim parties bebre na ewo ho wo dia no 2 weeks ewo yanimi obi so dia 1 week sane ma nyina wo dwendwen bebi akwakoto ana obepam ontare ne dia me bodero bia ma se ko abrante bia friend chei pam okoche pam hono mo pam man ne mema nyina o yes styles nkwala ne dia ka nyina chei pam se men kan cho se o pe proper tailor padia o customized tailor padia chei pam ne ho na obeko chei pam se men kan cho se so wo ba entire pam ne dia efo na fe so o use styles ni ye pa chei pam ewo awoshi market honom na owo fra no na one no endi enkomoen 020 683 7738 020 683 7738 chei pam or see your custom tailoring 50 minutes past the hour of 8 minia makati atenase but answer na me bedi enkomo no meba back na me de dia ka no asoso so but ma men kan WhatsApp no text messages ni bi na wo de abano so Capito Goso menshia or say I am praying the election of Ablekuma North will be peaceful and the MPP should win hands down so that he will work for the MPP to win come 2028 elections 2028 elections. Regards to Honorable Mavis Hawa Kumsen, incoming MPP National Women Organizer hopeful on also the other by Capito Goso Michelle Yepa me sure say bibia boko. This one is coming from Eric Kweku Buedi, patriotic voice, Bichim. Eric, may sure say Bibia Boko Mawoso. I say, I am pleading with the good people of Ablekuma not to vote massively for Honorable Nana Ekuafriye because God already has given her in the parliamentary seat and no amount of intimidation and propaganda can change it come today. Regards to Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, I think I say John Buedu about maybe it's Hawa Kumsen and now so Honorable Dr. Setre Yeboah Benjamin and now so of of the MPP UK chairman and now Oboni Dino. Menkwa Hobana Suna Mene Madi Jibril, right? Any and Komo and what is really happening. It's 8:16, so definitely voting Ashasi Ewoye Ablekuma North, and indeed things are going on there. Campaign echo ye there, groundswork and all that. But see, I know what is really happening on ground. Yene Madi Jibril, Indian Komoni and Shade call Prophet Madi Jibril, Maakye Bibiabo Kodie.
Kojo Nanadumboko.
And now, Yetua Bay, are you going to prophesy again? Just as your name now goes with Prophet Madi Jibril, that we will finish today at 5 p.m. Na Obing, Rabra Obing, Ewiniana.
Kojo, let me share with you for no pay. Butaya, Obiadeko elections is to win. Butaya Edebaha is to win these elections. Counting a engagement, campaigns. In there, the car cemetery, the upper Puntu Ama Blukmanov. Now, the one pay Puntu Ma Blukmanov and the Kotraba. And the year to a way, that decision is in the box. We have done our best. I believe, say, the people are 19 polling station way, voters, Amohu, and now mine no more test, you see. Obi Kwapo a while, Neba, Ako University for the first year, the fees, a chairman. Now, one for two about my Jamahama, because when Jim is a Jamamba to me at USR Cano, and there are USR Canamano. You might play a role in these elections. Obi Kwapo auto for a little boy, then no, and there no barber former, what was okay, be assessor. It also play a role. Obi so a while. Na oye juma abuso kai o sa because abuso kai ne e say we do go on here table come on for no omo ye juma abuso kai can she because of the business na mo ye moto aba for say baby ba me na betimi NPP betimi amadola no stabilize it because mo ka send this ba dollar 25 cities this what they predicted but dollar na ntimi am cost up so those people will make an impact in these elections now yeah if apart from that so when we say we go so to aba just because of the fun of it will play. But at the end of the day, we believe you say it will all add up to give us the chance, the opportunity to have the MP from the one of us from NDC.
Winning this seat will become very historic for the NDC. It's according to history and how things have run, the place has been maintained by the MPP. And as much as there are inconsistencies in the things that they've done so far, a formula as a when the decision by the candidates, I should say.
Oh, could you? Makacha said the MPP no more coming Ghana for, but no more campaign. Ever form.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no more. I'm in trouble. So because I'm withdrawing from elections, no one talk at the electoral commission and on throne of water.
Okay.
Yes. So we understand the elections, You didn't say antics a game in our war. So who can say own co-elections co-elections when your ballot when your name is on the ballot. Who can say men contest here? Once over electoral commission back time one banner amount. Until the Kaya, the 20 elections, assembly elections, Papa be weird, can it be weird? But now I'm the electoral commission name. Into Mutuaba, I'm declared the winner. Okay,
yes,
I should know.
Yes,
because nobody communicated to the electoral commission on official letter. Say, wait, BBC. In the time MPP, yes, I'm say, I have because you mean I'm going for, or MPP for penny for number of Fagada. Promise.
And whilst they are telling but that's no crano a kum a party faithfuls. I mean, because all the message
you see, you are dealing with 19 police stations in a constituency. Communication public publication or more here. And I want to ask you. There are no more Casano. Maybe you have been in Kessben at this time in Ablokumanaf. Okay? So a Juma was engagement. And the parliamentary elections dynamics is different from presidential election dynamics. Okay. So this game now one and come bono. You have shared class stage as a school also.
Okay. And you know, as it stands now, no, me sure say reports are when you figure grounds in no stress. We be at the I mean things are in place.
Oh, so far, they make us say in terms of the setups and the people who are voting, is okay. Normal with the normal by elections, assembly elections, party elections, you know. Euphoria and also, but turnout nobody, normal say. And check me, sure say they bet you know, we will start doing analysis.
Okay.
Turnout assembly election education, that be education. Oh, for your register now, you want. Especially when you are doing limited registration, you are polling station strong for them. Especially when you do it at the district office. District office, so Obina, my friend, around Oblikumanoff, you know, or call so kind, or could do district office near ye. You won't say line doors or call. So I say, Obisu, why, yeah, two dinner polling station didn't grab or no. Or free no one, I was a line doors. Or call Lima, was say, I want for me, I mean, control me, deal her. No control deal. This mixed up, coupled with amount for will be a trade in our area, and then there will be a wine business be our caswa, we move a caswa. The people register no more. Presidential elections, you know, because of interest and he may come and vote. But the parliamentary anyway, he say, really say no. If you say, oh, there be so we will go to Kabuti, I can say and also. So what I said, so interesting in the work, but who manage it? It now depends on the parties, you know, to manage those things to make sure say.
Okay.
What we are caution.
Okay.
Brand here, Baba, usually brand here. More being that down, more be in that down. Say I'm PNT. Oh, we better not protect to say, never DB, never got to. How dare you struggle to be protect the which may be men that down.
Okay.
Because one guy say, I drop a corner. Over my will be mammy, and I will be the Juma about an V8 more. By a chiwa, a bubble. A chiwa, a bubble. After they do police station, police for the police of Jono. I will be born somewhere.
Sir?
Oh, one born somewhere. In fact, a bubble.
I don't know about Bono. I want to hand it over the person.
I born in somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Open in someone and say, you have one the way I don't know. If you be sure about Celsius, to say,
Madi. Obeko Biago, yesterday, and to say,
I should listen to say, if you always compare.
Madi. Hey, but Mama, maybe say answer one quick one. A friend say, I pack a course in did you ever meet Unia Bema Evans de Makwana?
Okay.
I pack meetings Amokoye twice Amokoye Muni you see a coin now. Did you ever meet Evans de Makwa of the MPP?
Oh yes, meetings on the electoral committee that we can often say 6 times.
Okay. Okay, 6 times. Which year no?
Yes, 26, 28, 13th February, by May, June, July. So around 5 or 6, I believe. Okay. And majority of them, no. In fact, MPP started with Evans and Maakye. That's the first meeting. But on our side, there, all the meetings I've attended. But I'm saying Bakum Bina Evans and Babu.
Oh, okay.
But anytime there's 2 reps from the from NDC, there's 2 reps from MPP.
Okay, all right.
But all the meetings, I've attended the meetings than anybody. Yes, because I've attended all the meetings. Yes, I've attended all the meetings.
Okay. But I think after 5 p.m. the best Fro now we'll be live here to take all the reports and then all the
and away so collation on your Greater Accra office.
Okay.
On your Greater Accra office. Nanka was sent and no center. But the catch say elections a continuation of a process. Say collation is free. Constituency no more they call region.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they are continuing to resolve the problem at that point. Like a next idea, like issue say I'm banana bibia, like a rana, like a collation be what district no more.
Okay.
Like a be what district no more.
Okay.
And to do a take crap on. Yes, time yeah, at some like confirming the collation and draw. The current confirming collation and draw. And we said the amuya you know we enter no back. In fact, we now you believe you say now MPP na kasa bonto they were leading by even with that number they were leading 500. Then you say yes sir because you so be the number be sure. And to now they were expecting some 50 number. And to you know Musa didn't know how that been to go back. Now that time now they now go 50. But we told them now difference is 48 and not 50 proper. So the MPP insisted they young go back to go and correct it. Then go check it because I'm not center. When they went back to enter from first to last, you know, I can't table from area 48.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are the process. On can we on kasa. So I got you say coming in the elections we move. And now we. I'm not second to the crop over campaign. Yeah.
Over campaign.
Over campaign.
Oh, seriously?
Not a bright money now over campaign. Over now.
Well.
It's the MPP MPs. I'm more parliamentary accusing electoral commission no. I'm more higher campaign.
Okay. Yaba be after 5 now for your din komo. Yada see be brain. All right. Madi and I know Edin Konma di Jibril or your director of elections and my the NDC and I know AD and Komono. Mamen call Facebook na making kind the ewo ahanom no na fi mentwas but answer na no mamen call Frederick Wong Frederick Green Ablekuma North Constituency Secretary of the MPP our homano si ending common fi yenhwe the echo Frederick we abako there
I'm not doing any Kojo that what to say.
Already adum bibia aye boko. About 8:28 we the studios of Kessben 92.9 and so Kessben TV on DSTV 364 and so Go TV channel 121. Ye na ye hwe aye the echo beko so ewo aye Ablekuma North no so far on grounds then a bit my catch it for na hwefo nyina.
I mean, I said no no. I mean for video case so ntia waiting for near Ablekuma North 43. So now, yes, elections now have started for MPP side. Yeah, men no have been deployed and will be okay and safe. So far, mentally, I've had opportunity to visit about 4 or 5 polling stations and sana maybe fee constituency anymore about national commission. Editing NCA. I understand they say microphone so back out Katanka to abandon, which is a good thing because the leader also feel the spirit, the energy level, no, to me aging ama to see a many workers say yeah for no omoniate ama they are ready to come out to vote for the New Patriotic Party.
What really changed? Because less than 24 hours, Ghanaians are yes so sebi and some are a party in before can yes so edit to as media. I mean that yes enya dia sebio party no eden ho beje Ablekuma North 19 polling station here babetui and then less than 24 hours we saw that quick change now buy so talking about deploying and looking at people on grounds and BBI is safe yeah, candidate to New York here and all that, you know. A day now, Mobe Katre Ghana for. I mean, truly, my perception now quite to say na a DNA cost with the MPP.
I mean, I said on him, yeah, I can say about one of the Nkayan Concord to because you say, I idea you winning, we share from last year December, to a bear collation back. NDC for so one prema collation. Anytime I call collation center biana among the tanks and among vigilante groups about the Sebia. But in to was here and Kakanka and do 3 police stations and not a car was yet to make quality. And here they feel say we are your internal collected results cry. It says we are leading with some 414 votes. Even near at the house is here now. Yeah, we are. We are leading with about 54 votes. And Sana yet train 19 years about Kotoa. Yeah, the Beko Apocano. At the end there, Nanka a ban of preparedness now. We are always prepared because Ablikmanov has always been blue, will be blue, and will continue to be blue. What can I make an answer from 1996? NDC and now Menokasi. The NDC has never been able to clinch onto the seat. We've never. And you know to say Simopobia or boy say a quine biasono. Say a winning competitor and Sergeant. I keep me get the Amamono. Yes, I never say Yabuno. Now maybe I ever be. Now you swear the same old things. Ocean footage is Nibiana Echegua. You could see a whole NDC ni say agent to say full soldier na ordinance sample EC table so say a crime be so declare by. How can you put EC in this manner? Say we have seen we say on to declare informal. It is not done anywhere. It is yet we are come wanted to go through the law to make sure say justice will prevail, but unfortunately we were denied justice. But we are still not perceived. The candidate has tried to whip her followers in line, and we are supporting her to make sure say victory will be ours today.
Okay, enti Antankwesi by 5 there. Now you say BBSC. Would you be surprised if despite all the things that have been said by the party general secretary and all that, would you be surprised if you hear that it turns out that NDC winning? Would you be surprised?
I mean, can say on which statistics and I say basis now the general secretary say NDC is likely to win this election because Maakye will say MP Ablikmanot has always been blue from 1996 to when that say. Even Yaya quality toward the Accra, we are leading with some figures. And you know, just tell me which facts and a year they count. Apart from say Obeka me say Omo Beguswa to trust him. Abano Beshenko for Kutupa. I and so Omoye to win the seat. If not that, what else again? Because I didn't win it in Chimiasa. You see, I'm got to for. Yeah, that's already I say. You have got to some 19 police stations. How did they arrive at the 19 police stations? Even train I can't say to a background. You have 19 on it's on which basis, on which grounds are they saying you have to a panel? If you are quite say, oh, to me, I say, to a panel for out of competent jurisdiction. And what to me, say, or be declare, say, we should go for one. But if you can't take your decision and say, you court judge Nebuego. And you know, when you look at all of these things, they are all ways and means to sit on our neck, but we still move. The MPP is a big elephant, and we are winning symbol. And you know we are going in for the win. And I wish my candidate the very best, and I know she's winning.
Okay, all right. Rafa de Kebera Sibibri Radinshaw na 5 p.m. Yaba back na yene wedding komobium. But I say yene Rafa de Green Ablekuma North Secretary of the MPP and you know AD and Komano men kwa humana subio na me name Miamini Abema Pius Hajide ND and Komo spokesperson to Brian a Champon na you know ND and Komo the share the air call Pius we have there.
Nyamia domne mpaibo etim komo patona muswe.
Ready adom kakra bibia ayeboko. Na ora Brian ho ye.
Nyamia dom enra enyimre na Ablekumanov batwo intia na anka wo kwantu mu kakra ekohihye denyawo bi wa brochiri.
Okay.
That party no wudonti wajja bibia wo ye se onu so beba abebo Uwe an honorable MP Yabanyano Efie Obebon Chidom abo party na Chidom na onusu abua na MPP yadin kunimenti no wacha ne dwumadi no so abrochire enura na obedu Ghana no pe yedi nkomo no woni nam ablekuma buabua domano kai entity force apatu yi communal labor ablekuma no fa apatu yi na champa sam ne se no boa communal labor Ghana nti was saying in IAPA, we end this in Impua, I was so people to Abama NPP. Because baby, I hear Kui, they am 5 and 9 and 6 from Anyamian Bemu Ambuaya. HSA, Ghana, ye Quaco, ye one party state. The ye control judiciary, no, judges, ya Pamo. Na, ya yifu for baby. Afe, the legislature too. Yeah, per se nya absolute majority. Just say ni ayepe bia no e betumi aye. Na say anka soja ban o. Anka sande anka soja ban o. The baba who say yen nyina yenda. E just say wa control because absolute majority e wo parliament judicial takeover ayayen so. And they say Kojo and they say nka yenyi na beka ya not to move ebe yehu papa entina yera bana champo enye sebi obetine na sebi ni akrankoa unze so constituency for na se papa onuka de empo ansanna ablekuma constituency penny for na nkasa ebe ye omagine so mbe contest no we de kan any constituency executives, no, any electoral area coordinators, any 19 polling stations now, and they to aba woman. Assembly by ya electoral commission day womu release no about Monteno. Now, and you say brand new on ya junior, but brand in the say can be also young boy. Now, you say you're start here. Now, say court. It's asem na ye the injunction to so dia okay but say you who say abano say baya and also na ye krado rada so answer obetu kwan kra no wa frɛ party mpanyini organizers na medical care no consensus executives electoral area coordinators ne omo nyina wo e wo consensus no ho in 19 police stations no any omo aspire wama wo strategy ese won kutupa wa wonim say kwanchen ade afi say the tikana yonti no wama wo ahunde ansana watu kwan eko English abutimemu but wasan bedrua oninam ablekuma no pe ya no so eye ne wo say oye na MPP yedi nkunim ewo ene abato no mo we de nanka ye MPP seat ehuni entia binumu ayiro mu hu pempan se ye bechichire MPP nsa aguyechi na adia eye MPP fodi ano ya fa kwekwan so nansa kwan so agf MPP fonsam area de dada nanka ka 3 police stations pe a court mu ya ma judgment say abaino embo electoral commission ehu ban na yenye collation o yenye yedidi musa ene electoral commission for kura no so mu hunia koso ewo chief justice hona na omo nkasa so se omo ye nipa enti hu abon kakra enti sisi ana de nia NDC pe na koso ewo yema mu bat ena abato no ya mebe pejane sa ama NDC for Ghana for nyina hu no say tumi wo hode tumi ankasa de ya media na ene ya mebe kasa Kojo mi da ati se wo bisame
okay
nti wo ablekuma no so
okay ayi pious my member sasem way before ye anyway na I mean in your answers to your questions you did say Ora Brian eteki that earlier your friend is saying move to even see the executives and move on to say even before court today that leader, I want to say that leadership role now will take a year to really deal with the executives, was good. But Bisa, is it a fact that whilst he was doing that, the party general secretary was also Adablekuma holding press conferences to tell Ghanaians that we are rejecting no rerun and all that? Around that time, what do you want to say? Is it the fact that Ura Brian was not adhering to what the party positioning was, or he was taking his leadership as a man to see that we hold on to that particular seat?
Yo, Kojo me say, I no cry, no, Sapa ne buy. Ura Brian, no, sabi, unim say, no, ne vision, no, Junicon kind, and at some buy, no. Na Ubisa say, Nasadi court to Nankasa, Eka say any collation. And na electoral commission for statement, no. On June to move Saha Preko. Na Ofu said there BBB also because this U10 electoral commission, and yet dia or Tiasia on Tiasia cra. And yes, or Ira Brandy party in and Copen Crow, there be a coalition only party in the electoral commission. Ye, yes, son or some way, no. Nimuno, we nipa. Ono say you throw melons at him, he will make watermelons. He will make lemonade. You throw lemons at him, he will make lemonade. Sisiano baby, I want no. NDC for Ejina Mutumisu, Echinchini and Sam. And he say, Yenko, na NDC for no Nkwa. So Mubefa then over ye. Court issue ya Diaboso, Dada, Wawunim. Nano Nipa 7, yes, your Munko Supreme Court. Nano Chief Justice, Aoye Nejuma, Onye Bonibia, Obi and Canada, say Chief Justice Edisika. Obi and Canada, say Chief Justice, no, said own to me and Kujuma Ebia, Nimuna Bubu, I want to me Nantiana, say Najimu, BBC, I want to me Nejuma. Those are the grounds I bet to me, I excuse you, Chief Justice Kakra. Wait, dear, you see, Chief Justice no Yen Nejuma, no, Najin Chireno. Oni obi agene enye pe enti yen tuno enti ye jojo mame ye tete no ye nyina ye hu enti se ye ne se court iso sisi omo susuru na ye be ye court nkwa anhwe ya na obi di 6 adane ye 9 enti as a strategist no ono susu se ye start se ye boaboa ye hu prakope. In any case, Ablekumahono, Obianim say ye MPP strongholds pre 1996. Police stations are canning in Aduduona to Abama MPP. A bibinti and nano de Yankrofono and to me and Pebebre Uncle Twaba. And ye de court in Comono, not at the same time, no, now ye prepare the grounds. And omo one party impenifono din komono omo ankasa party impenifono kura no yewie no na afi omo ate he na ye feel say abemubu ana say omo sisi yente no na ye di ya obi but ye tie wi die master ye be sorry waka na NDC for nye ni omo ye dia fm agroni fm about no ye to a ye betumi di nkunim enti wo Kenya wo mo spirit wo. He lifted their spirit and charged them, say, Master, you're sorry, say, Mema. Now, said the NDC for no omunye Mema Echeye. Now, Onubra na champion the dear. Obianim say, I could draw a war. Or say, Femwa, now only the charge now. Wow, Sebi, Unim, Adiano, a do baby. Upeja, un sanse, Quaco Yebia. Now, I say, hey, now ye, Asamba, one and a jam
okay.
You are Brian, a champion in the was see Sadi and India now be job papa. Okay. You know, say, Ukunim MPP, the Yedin Kunimwa, and yet the era Brian, Edin Sabashan, the Demrefemu, Atlana, dear so, now at dear a year MPP for the na dear year Ghana for dear. Now, Ubi Afa, Otikwambiso, Afa, krono kwambe so na wabeji afri ensem se na ye hu no 2024 elections mu say electoral commission tema here wa hu say electoral commission for nankasa every year press conference say NDC for atwagu yesu ewo collation center ebi no di tuo ne bae wo hu sam George ni yera minia basentalimu a womuninam from collation center to collation center forcing the electoral commission say declare results no that the no to me from baba na champion who bondo who slumpo etino I think say na general secretary here no so na ehube hia say Ghana for be hu nyaatwum aba kwambe so no electoral commission afa na yen cheche mu say eyesuro na electoral commission for no suro eyehu bi na NDC for edition wo mu na ka wo mu ne ekoso ewo chief justice no kwa emi say tidia no mu so eye ne say the preservation obi apeso born no ankasa eni ne djuma ehun ban ekite say na meya mo be jame mama ye medjuma dia ende na me nkoye nti na general secretary ne ye no na enye say ye rabra na champon eni ne nyadwe ne kura but Brian believe say the say na be ba na dia ende ye sorry na ye nsiesie ye hu preko na ade no eba eduso a na yakoto aba and I believe say Brana Champon has been justified and no one say ne ye to aba your party penny for na ye ka say anope so oguso ablik ma ho boa and you know I think that Brian's foresight and in vision automatic kind who no say ade yi kana ye koyi de any can to na say ye to no and I said to na ye beto no I think that the party's own actions, the candidates' action, the constituency for no action, no, etc. Near Brian Cano, Omunini Yagini, you would give them up. As we said, your baby, those 19 polling stations.
Matthias, if I was here, that's a running shot. Now, you are no bidding common. All right, but I see be brave. Pious Hajide no AD and common spokesperson Emma Dr. Brian Echampo. Maben ko quick na me Grace Baba Sam a correspondent where Ablekuma North polling stations and many we was here currently, but on my up to date we na me ne Charles Bakati atwaso ewo efia hano Baba morning we be about there. Hello, what make am? Oh, I'm set. No, hello, Baba. Oh, okay. Nice. Grounds is saying it's 8:49.
Okay, Major so far. Senya Okan no, and there abattoir. Isi ede atu honom ede ama Ablekuma North. Na Ablekuma North constituency constituency last year 7 December yeto aba atesiye ye mampini any parliamentary parliamentary candidates atese MP a wombedi wo mu enim e wo parliament eno na atese yeto aba ni nyina wie ye no Ablekuma North since last year 2024 ebesi ende ya menyo ekase 11th July yentimi enyi member of parliament Emma womo na de kopa ye nyina ne se yeto aba wie ye no mense me ho ase esore with these two political parties are NDC and NPP na ni nyina eni se the brina is to say for over 30 years now parliamentary seats ako ama NPP and this time around it here anke wo se enkoma de NDC na no na ede mense me ho ase eba ya just a yin to me and for results I'm back on Tiantre say ebia NDC ana NPP NAD Nkudi na emba mienu na womo contested this parliamentary seat Madam Irabna Oben Sarah and so na Madam Epia Efriye womo mienu na just womo contested this seat na mama Efriye with the NPP na Irabna Oben is with the NDC na mebe PMO and pay ewo St. John's Parish St. John's the Baptist Parish Church ewo odoko tipa mebe pie mo ha say no bibia eda na akwa mu jojo na security system no ano odin yie ni nyina ene say before you even get into the building and yet to abano a police fu a wo be hu abonten ho kwampo everything na ura insider womo so edos ye pa men pa ha many enka police fu a obetimi akan ewo those premises ebo 30 na womo ebo ban sa no bibia ebe koso jojo na meba ye na metwe eben the presiding officer yadinu esi this particular polling station and no say on shena bibia enkoso totin eyo ora Joseph Oben or the two minimum say they are expecting 341 voters. Say be one about to aba ediama one person woman do woman in kai ewo parliament. Sarah and so one beboa among put to juma man temo so akwedi. Na menini di nkomo na nipa womo ababa to aba 26. So out of 341 not 26 atwa ba no se sia de men kanfa no ebia ye keka ko 40 to 50 nipa 30 to 50 na chese womo ato aba na ye nam ha na owura sami ewuku na the parliamentary candidate efiye emubotimo ewa ha say to survey and check how the election is going. Now we are omoba ye no na metwe ben sami ewuku enindi enkomo kakra o tren ya say ahwase no NDC wamo NDC ekas woman place because woman no woman di nkunim no ono sisi dua say ono na kumemu onim say eye etia efiye eye the NPP candidate na odi nkunim ewo Ablekuma North na we na woman tiasia woman de court nti woman ka so mo ye woman dream to sanka batwo no woman to but if ye nya declare dia e was so mon to aba na wonim say kane abatwo ya ye to ne ended ebeko edi ama ekia efiye oye NPP candidate parliamentary for the NPP.
Okay, all right. So Baba, if I get you right, Abibia Edadin security is in check. No military person have you seen there, right?
There be me military. So
okay.
Far ne police me na bako asam bako the only challenges are omu enya NSA embimu enimu se womu kan batwo no. So they end up coming somewhat to say be about to be wasn't ba not Omaka see betua, but so we only have to tell them that Omon can't this particular polling station.
Okay.
Now Papa could be and a wabaye and a oba betua na obaye do yet taking that is the reference list as no yet take say Udin is part of the reference list before you move to the biometric.
Okay.
And yet taking and Nidin woman yet taking ye all connect to the biometric coordinate sabeshe the ink no mono and also or kwaba. Yes. Or say or kwaba. So maneti as I say, or kwaba woman into about that or them because this particular one is a by election like tensions are very high.
Yeah.
Papa no want yes. Or kwaba no kwaba was some man of quine non to about because a citizen of the country. It's way down.
Interesting. All right. It will say Orasabe will be who know TV so interview now and we'll play that interview. But mehuno now so on free in and so are you saying you've not Justin Kodia or General Secretary who know baby I want
Debbie.
Who know cry. Okay, all right. Okay, Matthias here. But that's be brave. Why, Baba? You best have a hobby. All right, the Grace Baba Sam and no AD and Commoner or Ablekuma North Honum to specific St. John's the parish church called Honum polling station and or 341 voters and they vote to that particular polling station or no and then no AD in Commoner. Morris Otu or also one of the polling stations in Afiyending Commoner for Yemra studio named in Commoner. Morris Biabo Cordier.
Adumo haboko.
Nice. And then of course war baby I wanna.
Yo, anape meda asene ahwefo ina mijina the Lost Pentecostal Church e wo Kwashibu.
Okay.
Ablekuma North constituency e ho na me wo sisi na anape de bibia e koso boko abambofo dodo e wo ha mitumi ni a mitumi abambofo won dodo e ko be se eduasa won e wo ha aha e boko abato no enye gidigi e ko boko na me tripen penifo no ehun se enipa register wo expect se anape wo beto aba no 563 na ebesi sabria me no e ka se de omudodo no amaye nti abato no ayenya kakra na oba approach nipa no abochenku a won edi wo ho nkomo na obi sa won a wo se oguso atwan afoforo a ewo fie se oba beto aba sabre fi se ebesi sabre binum adwen anya ma so se abato no e koso enti party agent ni ade ene na ma wo kwa apro na wo frefren krofo se womra emeto won aba se de be ya ebedo enwumre no na wotumi ehunu de obedi enkonim enti bibia basabasa bia enyansi ya amrante bi na sima be se miensa etwemu na wonte wo ho ase e wo party mienu eye NDC ni MPP wonte ma na nka wo ya pinche na obi ejia tunesa ya kaskasa na won etwa so enti
na ye dey ansema titru
nkomo awo eni se ebisi sikase ebisi MPs no eba wo bedada won no asan ekọ woto aba ni wia wo hunu hwe bio enti sabre de obi aso wo de 1000 Ghana cedis won sanka obi aso wo de 1000 Ghana cedis ansa na wato aba amrante ni be se wo voter ID ehihye wo botom wa ye kra de so beto aba na se MPs no anase won a ebra kunwa no ema won sika de ene no won to aba eyi ena de mentim ho ase bi eba ya na amrante no eye pinche kakra ebi se ebi enya sika ni bi edi dada enti na won enya de ebi so se wate se wadi sika bi ahye no botom enti na chese akwanchi no ahyewa want to ho ase na mom ewi ase no adwebro etumi aba.
Okay, baby, I want a quick one before you move. Yes, in for the bantam 7 o'clock exactly. No much as here.
Me patrani is in Penifono a bantam into about 7:15 there about not just a normal 15 here. A course of 15 here won't to Waba.
Oh, okay, all right. Maurice, about champion now. You know wedding Komobio. Why?
Me patrol you.
Right.
The Church of Pentecost Schooling Center.
Okay.
The Ecosus.
That's a pa. Morris O2 and I know Eddie and Comosisi and also your Kessben media your correspondent in about Kwa also I war Ablekuma North and also Eddie Nedia but so far no baby one of Pentecost on say 563 and omo ebeto aba ewo honum me yanko ni yanko share adie bi ehun ewo grounds Ablekuma North Makati a friend is interest ma mi cha kran sama kobosa video no na wahwe bi abokode Makati. Nice. Yan share a video on ground Ablekuma North sticker right Stebenamwa campaign bia omo a pa our grounds I think the Japan is also included and then other things cost we more Facebook no mbetimi show Kessben TV momra na mo show Kessben TV and I face so Kessben 92.9 on Facebook and then on radio no obeti bibia and more Kessben TV no mo so mbetimi ahwe yanko na afi yemra back here.
Number one, I mean Shamo. And the NBC, and the NBC,
Let's go ahead.
We need some decision in the party to help the country get leading the if you love me, vote for president.
All right, 18 on grounds and yehu the ekoso ewo hono no yina yehu yenua bema honorable Stephen Amoa in share so MP right ono so campaign pa massive down and then mamo share TV na Facebook no hu ora Ken Ejapon indeed if this was the trick say mobetimi ayesade we are then what happened to the back and forth na cost one but Makati ha editor Hawk newspaper ha be din come Ablekuma North and so all the matters that are rising from this particular one. Eric Kwekubo, the patriotic voice, Bechemo say, I'm pleading with the good people of Ablekuma North to vote massively for Honorable Nana Ekwe because God already has given her, her to parliament to giving her the parliamentary seat, okay, or also Nidia or the Ebaye and no Kwablavi of Pokwase Benghazi or say. Okay, Tokono Diano, I'm not dealing with that right now, but and also in no time. Masawood from Kumasi Bantama saying, good morning, my boss, KPD. Masawood, Mejoso, Bibiabo Kodia Bantama saying, I said the EC's attempt to subvert the will of the people of Ablekuma North by calling for a rerun can never save their job, but rather they have provided ammunitions for the NDC to use against them. I will urge the MPP supporters to run out in their numbers and vote to secure victory for Honorable Ekwia Efriye. Regards to former KMA boss Honorable Sam Pine. And that brings me to the studios with my man Makati Makati Yendi and Komo and Fire Ablekuma North. And I'm sure sir you've heard all the issues, the news, what has really transpired up to now. Look as if sir nothing has happened with the MPP. Massive, less than 24 hours, they're on grounds, rooting, preaching, campaigning to see a Omo candidate to win. Let's take Ablekuma North and let's run with it.
Cinema Minchao na Minchao Shefo near T4. Na a coming quank Ablekuma North quite the young higher home because and some men who hear or why say a can myself. Na enye Ablekuma North de mensa ni na pam for omu nimuni omu ye ntie dia bedu Mekansian Kabiu. You see, the MPP leadership is a replica of the Electoral Commissioner away. It is as incompetent as the Electoral Commission. So,
you mean the leadership now of the MPP?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is as incompetent and directionless, just like the Electoral Commission. They act based on emotions, fantasies. Say, and yes, sir. Constituency of Munamusuma we knew for the past 30 years. A stronghold. Now say, election dispute about. Let's say, Mamba call rerunner. Do you run away from it? If you have a competent party leaders, number research officers near Guda, the 19 polling stations, you look at the numbers of each of the polling stations. Now watch more previous performance in those 19 polling stations. And so we share more performance numbers vis-a-vis that of the NDC. Now, Oshe 2024 dear now, and the what determines so you are pulling out of the election or you are going. So the decision here, court injuncted the commission from carrying out with its duty, you're wrong. Any one. The second option, say you election, that we support the removal or any attempt to remove the Electoral Commission is a mark of weak leadership. A man for sabu or moon drink cocaine. And now me ko baby say bodam at TSC MPP no man TSC. A dambo ɛna ɛte si mu no sɛ nyɛ akua fie ebi de mekɔ kasaka na ɔteyɛ ɛna ɔdecide sɛ ɔbɛkɔ election yɛ a anka ne MPP for say they are not taking part ɛdeɛ nti na won't take part wona wo sɛ wawini wawini na 3 polling stations per ɛna na ɛyɛ outstanding which means say the other offending 16 polling stations now you've won. And yes, sir.
The sanity.
Sanity. And yes, okay, see, I think, sir, it is in the interest of the MPP to have accepted it. Because my campaign was Ablikmanov for a queer free in the first coming. Not you know the war in the campaign. So I know, sir, that 19 polling stations, we 5 beer. NDC, the remaining MPP, unless who name data na bukrano.
Oh, okay.
Unless they don't know, and that is my disappointment in Justin Kodia as the general secretary of the New Patriotic Party. If he is a party base, will do the party a great honor by voting now Justin Preko Kodia. So mum pichina, you must vote him out. Let him go and retire peacefully because he has been an embarrassment on the MPP. He's a blot on the conscience of the MPP. And continuously, any time be obeying opportunity, there with the good party in any mass. Thinking so what the project, you know.
But your friends Makati, is it not the fact that Sebi, me general secretary, second vice chairman, so by a neck meeting. Neck meeting here call, you know, yina niti say ya catch and say yenko. So okasa no boarding or say neck.
What say asem? What say asem?
Samo.
Yes. Before neck, there must be a steering committee meeting.
Okay.
In MPP constitution, connect meeting steering committee share.
Okay.
Na madrin dream na mudia connect. But neck is a bigger a number say one neck no eson sene steering committee no.
Okay.
You get it. And you know, then no mudina so different neck meeting. You should have spoken to constituency no. Parliamentary candidate, constituency executives. Get their position on this issue. Now we decide issue no a connect. No more discuss it. So you need constituency ni share ye at steering committee. Ye doing when you muka ye ni entina mu diaba. But ukoye neka you are calling regional chairmen and secretaries across the country. What I say? But the people who are affected, Blikumanov, including our candidate, you know, where were their opinions sought? You took a decision at NEC only to go and hold press conference in Blikumanov to say you will not participate. What do I say? And you know, as a lawyer, Justin Frimpong Kodia, our law. We are member of Ghana Bar Association. You should have known better. Said the view, pay your constitution. We, you're just steering committee and Sanya your neck. If that is the case, Mama, you're steering committee, no. Now, any constituency for, any common. No problem. No who quiet faso. Or my dream tre. What I say? No one adopt to. Now we are got to neck. Now we seek approval. Now Obifi Tamale, regional chairman Betran neck meeting near course to ablik ma wonim. Omon ebe take this decision. If you have abroad no money we no more be take decision, what decision would they take? To obey decision no be take. Yem penny decision. Omo mutifia omo wa adwen they know about election. Oni pious so can see pious no branch champ no mo ka ho no mo say no. Once you are pursuing the Chobwe ways no. My use elections winning tactics. Let's engage the constituency. So I say, in Tibra Akushia constituency in any way. That is what you do elections. Elections in the day, it's about strategy. If you fail to plan, you will be part of another man's plan.
Makati, how about the analogy now? Man, did you and they say they were behaving like scammers. I mean, they were just making it known to we Ghanaians to say, yeah, I'm campaign.
You see,
what would be the instance?
There was no time to gaslight your soldiers. After time, electoral commission cast on by a rerun. Embassy and now, Emre Nima, Ubenya be Edibia gaslight to full soldiers. So, me, we me. It isn't Yamadi. He want to use the word scam, but I think it's gaslighting.
Okay.
Yes. There's no time for that. In Tiwusha, now we can say 19 police stations. We don't even have all their names. List no, they get it. So then we were bent on playing on emotions, rather than doing the job. So as I say, for me, I will continue to blame the Electoral Commission. Senior, one, on 7 December 2024. There was no report. Say, Yantuaba, 19 constituencies, 19 polling stations, Ablekumanov. As far as Yenim, Tuaba Ablekumanov, Yamokanye, declare Meboa. So, what has necessitated this rerun? What is the basis of this rerun? Electoral Commission did not provide reasons. Senior, Okwa election, according to acts, here na you need 2 years about Ghana hano. Moto abeni you are polling state in Biano, ye di results no, ye post 2 or honum. We are collation center, ye post 2 results a copy. Aspirants and candidates normal contest elections, you give them carbonated copies of the results. We are no scanning. There are scanned copies of the same results. Electoral Commission equal original, a master copy. And at any point in time, there is dispute. Our election results, we rely on Electoral Commission's results. Because on a referee, on a empire, it is presumed the Electoral Commission won't be biased, will be fair to the people involved. Because on your management, insanity.
Sir,
in the Messiah who say, when there was dispute on pink sheets, say NDC for someone DNPPD into MPP for someone NDC for D into Electoral Commission pink sheets na way. Among master copies, our mudi pen at where is that pink sheet? Intia and ne almost yen says can quay printing, ne yanko tuaba. Look at the deployment Ghana police aye.
Yeah.
And your money. Because any commission no botomusika. Until when they are wasting the resources of this country, they do not care. What do I say? I don't get it. I just don't understand why they are doing this rerun. Because there is no rerun anywhere. There shouldn't have been rerun at all. Declare the results. Who declare we na MPP for the problem? Let them go to court. That is the letter and spirit of the CI. Say NDC for the work challenger. Let them go to court and challenge it in court. But a new commission, no. But the commission from the one has been in cahoot with MPP, was in cahoot with MPP to do the things they did. And the governments are declared results on the 7th day of December, on the 9th, and not declare results. On my ETIA say some 9 constituencies be in a challenge war.
Yeah.
But presidential, no the problem with Niho.
Aye.
The number jumped from 9 to something like 15. How did that come about? And check, who's that trend now? Baby, be a problem one. commission no decided so be a recollation. Ama yes cite the Chiman Saf. I can't say when it happens in 2020, the Chiman Saf. In the case of Maakye J. Mensah Kosa Anomodiano, with all the violence and what have you, commission needs to know per the act, no don't declare results. Now NDC there at court. Why are you doing recollation this time around? In any case, Electoral Commissioner Jane Mensah and no one would declare parliamentary results. Parliamentary results are declared by returning officers who are appointed. And the returning officer, will say, I have oversight. And to me, what to me, I mean, overturning that result. So I have overturned these results. And the commission and overturning these results now. Tema West, Tema be right to hold there. Tema Central, Tema.
Oh, yeah, Central,
Tema
yeah.
Central. Another prayer no. Adwadri, we can we Suhum.
Yes, Suhum.
Protozwa.
Yeah, Protozwa.
Abujunapo.
Yes, Damango.
Former Nadmo boss, Prempe Ajimai. Ne hon we say asuna fu BBB hon mu nyina. Then they started overturning it one after the other by altering pink sheets. And the amount for working on pink sheet. Baba Sadiq.
Yeah, Baba Sadiq.
He won that election fair and squarely. He was shortchanged by his party. And Eli Klimakrugu, was that not part of disputed?
Yes, Dominic Wabenya, right?
Nine Kahubi. Was it not part? Eli Klim decided say or not dear more recollation way on your be because on no figures are what collating what we need election no. And when she stood her grounds, Electoral Commission announced this same exercise. It was from 3 polling stations be what Dominic Wabenya. But when Eli Klim stood her grounds, the Electoral Commissioner agreed. Of course, share records no. Na ampa Eli Klim ma wini e no de declare no. Nti wa ma na ni anya dia and kono so de no mo di finism. Eno ne ma rab na bi ani biri ya kesi da bi o. Me so me mpeni ma ya recollation. Because obi bia ya recollation bia no. Obuasi West na asifo nyina no ekotia yen. Because Electoral Commission member no deny yaba no mu de na oni we no makoya kana na pink sheet no NDC they no reject it. Meanwhile the day no ye nyina san. But in the end omu nyina producer obi die eni ebi die entirely. So the Electoral Commission lacks integrity. It lacks credibility. And no nama and NDC MPP obi anyomu ni. Omaja omo hama political parties na yuzu omo so as for this body, when you are in power, it is your chorus they dance to. Enama MPP are agitated. I accuse the Electoral Commission of some bias and U10. But a cap bias and U10, it didn't start today. Jane Adukwe Mensah U10 and in the bias started under the MPP and was supported and defended by the MPP. And to tell Justin Frimpong Kodua, or see, they will not support the Electoral Commission when the NDC is pushing for her removal. What does that mean? Must it be you supporting Adukwe Mensah when she's not doing the right thing? Se munini ni apama. Se munina ni boni in the past. Will you come today and tell Ghanaians say they are kwedie ye support to Electoral Commission before decided say omubeyina? Is that your duty? Are you a policeman? Money na your games. Yet kromu our mind wemu ama Adukwe Mensah be catch and say or take you over. Or so the registrar is robust. There was nothing about it. 6 months election. And no sorry so best sound register. Now password ni na asifo ni nyina then na password eni e password and to kwaya si eko wa semra kura ma ye ho kwa ma mi so best sound. O se say. Ma mi we sorry say elections no fa constitution so be mad na flexible no be atmanya wado adukwe mensa catcher yen say this say you control in what district offices why you win na and then they abc for me she has shown clearly said man want to be yampa mom omo men sa nyina yampa mom nyina no monko ne yampa nipa from me but me I will suppose that you benya independent body a bet be scrutinize amount for na appoint see you disappointment in president in sa a hardring because you nji yehundi e wo man we don't trust ourselves.
Okay.
Tina, hundi. Me ba me wo issue.
Aha. Me nye we na fe remember we issue no yeah. Na fe yem fan course. Okay. All right. We about become same say Yum herbal lotion say me kan sure say wo joint pains na face so no unhia pain reliever papa dia. Ama wo headache, neck pains na face so body pains ne abnormal cramps na me pacho say de betimi aboa wo yie pa na etimi ama o fractured bone pain na woti wo mu no ebetimi akofom na face so stroke na face so arthritis, migraine na face so ekrobia abowa sabi o wunya bibia fa nkata so na fa bibia wo ho no me pacho use Yum herbal lotion na Yum herbal lotion no ekoyie pa enye se odi efa so na pain no wa se mekomenko dabe ntisa eno no odi yeso a ekwa eno ano no odi fafa so keke emia enya hwe fafa so ebeko ama enti no dem bobo so nyina no wa woda so mie so wanda so ya na okon eya wo ya ompa no ase emobu kakra ndua na egu so na bibia ho enti ama body pains bebre no Yum herbal lotion say men kan sure say e wo ho ema tobi na fa bibia eya wo ya no na ebeko ama pa enti so pedodo etu pa dia wo pharmacy na face herbal shops bia wo ko hodoma wo so hwehwe Yum herbal lotion Yum herbal lotion onsa ebitumi akabi from e was 0244 730 295 0244 730 295 and also says 0302 945 146 now on the Yum herbal lotion for ND and Common Sinamiri kan no batampa prostate center for semen kanche mema no 40 years and above so momra na yenhwe mo prostate no emamo na do betimi ahwa mo yie pa na yo batampa prostate center ono betimi ahwe amamo mon frɛ no e wo eye 055 3800 0553800 unsa ebeka no so be so ko ho and also say edi fata say so ko ho na wo hwe mema no ayere no ne ebusuanfo mo kanche mema no na sabi omo prostate e ha omo no na omo nko eye obatampa prostate center for honom omo wo eye kaswa fifi pratla stop e wo eye kaswa to nyanyandu road no e honom e na omo wo na obetumi ne omo akwakodi enkomo na wahwe immune system de obe boost pa dia na eye imboost herbal mixture eno na no ma bon ho ban syphilis gonorrhea pressure ulcer stroke waist pains and face fatigue malaria liver and face kidney problems nyina adento no per imboost herbal nanom ebetimi aboa ye pa mo wo bokuno monko Calamed pharmacy e wo low cost kwana so oti region na face wa Bolga Tamale Accra mo nyina no mo betimi enya bi Accra de o kan shi drug lane wonsa ebetimi aka eye imboost herbal mixture from e was 0246 208496 0246 208496 na wonsa ebetumi akom na wajibi na menkan we na fe membra eye minua makati so na in fact the next issue no and twice so say Mr. Host, what's the man in your studio saying? Does it mean that if you have more money you shouldn't work for more? My name is Joseph Blay Way from Efesu in the Jomoro municipal and also din DNA Efiba. Also, good morning, please. I am Solomon Yeboah, a community health worker at the Jumasi Municipal Assembly under the Youth Employment Agency. We have worked for 7 months and we haven't seen anything yet. Okay, see you no 80 obeshe na wasoto mu problem na mamo. Jones from Mansu Tonton Chrome, Bibia Bokordia Jones, making count messages actually, but in Mehubi. Also, everybody needs input too, so let's Ablekuma not people vote for the NDC because look what GM is doing now for Ghanaians. Ghana is sweet now. Or no so Nedia or they ebaye and no. Makati, I think young call the next issue now. Open say, what do you come on? Yes, sir.
With Ghana scholarship authority bill.
Okay.
2025. A bill, Minister of Education had decided say or the no their co-parliament. Now omo pass here or they are regulating the scholarship scheme. Minister copy.
Okay.
Me kind of na my own say agremonia bani party.
Oh, say
Say Ghana Scholarship Secretariat no. A agency under the office of the president. But this time around, omu year fi hono. They are question Minister of Education and a Minister of Education. Now, the minister decided is taking the powers of the registrar. Say registrar cannot administer scholarship.
Eti fanese registrar wo CCA ora Alex, right?
Yeah.
And wo CCA. Semna we kwa
Ontimi administer scholarship. Only power so be administer scholarship.
Okay.
Rather, a board administer nothing. And a be administer scholarship. How can a board now omo day-to-day activities? They don't run the day-to-day activities of an institution be the one awarding scholarships. So far they say the board can determine mechanisms, criteria, the best selected. What I say, the board can establish oversight on the registrar. Board no bet me the mechanisms are by check and balances. But for the board to review and award scholarships, near say registrar no and a director general no, what will be his duty?
And the office no
Mogunu. And they say, ono na mumpe say nipa na wo ho ne na mumpe na sem. Into person wo ye na wo ye nobody has issue, but at least do it right. What it means is that what the young fan says scholarship for sale, and our person will care bia. One man a register nkwa. Ono no crime no be no say no betimi aton as to nipa 9 board members no mo ye 9 so obi a this slot obi a ton no there no be there na we compare which one will be gravier. Now you betimi atua board no campo ana wadwen ho say board no, this means that they are now coming to work on a daily basis because see they be omo betran ho who must review applications. Now,
very interesting.
Now, I will do there. What it means is that a established office, Emma board, no, it was scholarship secretariat, no matter betran. But the board, ideally, meet once quarterly, 3 months. Be as the board share once. We not the way. What it means, the board cannot be meeting regularly. Meeting regularly. Be as see a triaka sitting allowance. Do we have that money?
No, this is serious.
This is contrary to President Mahama promise or promising Ghana for so no but consolidating all scholarships. And the GMPC, Ghana Scholarship Secretariat, get fund money na you be can now bone that is consolidation. And the no authority. I was thinking that this will be the focus, but not to say what it means is that senior and then President decided so Kojo Preko Dankwah showbiz there no the pabni. Yeah, man scholarship. Amanako suya ademo. President cannot call the register and tell register so my way mami.
It's a board.
It's a co-board.
No mu take his decision.
Na board no take his decision no. And the board must review. There is nothing in this thing na there's no selection criteria, nothing. The focus of that Diarana Drusu Ediakotu Hono is just to take the powers from the scholarship secretariat or otherwise Ghana Scholarship Authority and then put it directly under him. Unimi say Omaye Timui, you can't board the president as SLT board members. A minister and a choose board members. And once ministers select board members, they will be answerable to the minister. In fact, there is one a portion of it, section 12, or can directly. Let me look for the section 12 and read what it says clearly. Say the item, or see, the board shall determine the composition and function. No, there is what
because so the answer the Oyama one for because ministers here also now increase. I mean, other spaces for us to understand.
And minister,
I mean, and in any case, I mean, a authority near can want no.
Yeah.
So why do we want to then relegate the authorities? I mean, duties to a certain board? Now, omunya say jumano. I still don't get it.
And you see that mama why copy clause 12.
Yes.
Or see the empowers clause 12 empowers the minister to give policy directives consistent with the object of the bill to the board, and the board is required to comply with the directives of the minister.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, Makati, this is serious.
That is the idea. And you know, what kind of way the tintin in the TTR, what it means is that, see, it is not for anything. And our President Kwame Nkrumah, or T.S.R.D.A.W., or this share of under the office of the president. From 1960, it has been under the office of the president. Where your opportunity you build it or mine, where you build the amount for capacity. So I say, the president today cannot MPP by constituency executive, national executive, a minimum benefit from including MPs. MPs, the mutual letters you call. No matter what, you don't even give it to the people. You give it to your girlfriends at the expense of constituency people like some build your capacity. Do you get it? And then when you want to take this, and you know, one thing or the no agenda.
That's how you see it, right?
That's how I see it. He wants to control it. That is all. Already, student loan trust fund. When we say give you grant, they don't give grant. But as I speak to you now, the disability for no, not under scholarship secretariat.
Okay.
Haruna Drusu is taking that off and with their student loan trust fund.
Disability for them.
Yeah. And that one a grant the mom. Why would you want to do this? What it means is that, say, your youth be. We a party be now we born home body now we need scanner. This is a cover board. This is a cover board. This is a minister and a be approval. Minister wants to money any relationship. Sad day we who tear me up young kuntia and there end this in also. Ochina a best by MPP bet me about Ochina MPP bought China na sad day or my pastor. What it means is that when regional chairman or national chairman ain't me fair register and carrying channel. It must go to board. A co-board that is a minister and a approval.
Now, board is minister and an institute.
On the institute board, no. Where the board is the creation of the minister.
On a
nimnipo perform.
And their allegiance is to the minister.
This is the minister. And no, there's a question. My main kind section 7. No. Now, I'm for Ankaso, may bomb Timuna, America. Section functions of the board. The board shall A. Review and consider applications for government scholarship. B. Determine the criteria and terms for the award of government scholarship. And can we crack the problem? Your board, you determine and allow the distinct. But C. Administer scholarships.
Yes, a day-to-day
day-to-day activity. No, this is contrary to Public Financial Management Act. No, Public Financial Management Act. You see, I am a bow.
It means that you go secretary authority.
Over Public Financial Act now. A principal spending officer of a covered entity shall A. ensure the regularity and proper use of money appropriated, money appropriated in that covered entity. B, authorized commitment for the covered entity within ceiling set by the minister under section 25. And what it means is that we are spending officer, in this case, the registrar, and also the director general, a spending officer, or no necessary or determine, and say only to me to award, no be award. Why would he? Will he accept to pay?
I think that major copy Monday, Richard Monday, we really will have to work on this one. All right.
Now,
all right.
Maybe now we'll kagala and say
yes.
Who Mr. Brown? Or the Brown Forestry Commission CEO no. Or or issue forest entry permit.
What's it?
Or issue forest entry permit to protected forests.
Oh,
I will give you copies.
Me here. Mama call Lamisi awuni honum ewo ablekuma north na fe mintie de ekoso honum na fe mfadwumede no embre wie Lamisi woteme kan bibia bokọ ablekuma north den ekoso ho.
Eja mababi drew aha Pentecost South Odoko Chineboa 2. Brako Jotimenka.
Meton kapa to aso.
Okay, so enipa to aba ewo Pentecost Church Chineboa 2 no. Registered voters near 402. Aha 9 eni edumi no enipa aha 9 eni edumi no na ewo se ene wo to aba. Enipa wo mudin wo omonkrate mo no. Na no so pepe na wo mu frase electoral commission about edumako ndo mo nhye nyina egu nti no so pepe de na wo mu frase a ne nyina ba na as of 9 no kono bo pa no no che sima edunu mi nsabo pa no kono no 923 na nipa edunum enwotwe 58 and na wo mu aba beto wo mu aba oba no ma security is very very tight. I can see like between what police for be say enkono ko edu frame watch nkunu code nti police for apartment ni bonku ni fa na nchenche nyina no wo mo wo hanom a wo mo hye na menka se turn out no se yenye ndwe nti ne ntimi hu ba bi so ade boy de hu ba kwa gogo enipa ne ba mako we ba na wa checking din na wa ba sisi a me na o ka say electoral commission about to do no mo tete wo sisi e obi ama ya fe na me so ba kwa ne bakuta no wono so wo kono akọ checking din no akoto na ba enti betima ka say enipa no bompe so mo ba mako mo yo muti mako enti betima ka say ha ye din calm eni basabasa biansi bibia ekoso kama na enipa no na ye yo muti mako beto wa ba sa pepe na me ba me wono.
Okay, enti no ye hwe nim se entankosi awiade na wenya numbers because just about 58 pen about there. We hope in Central Uncle see by 11-12 there. Nani papa pa me boy.
Yeah, sure ni musa bi ho no me bi anopa no we na ade bi o pese bi enwunu dwo kakra na se wi ano ebo ansa no ba. Na so kra ni pambom pin so like you bi enia like bi enia ntino. Ye hwe se emmo be se nunum a wo mudi na be wi ende na at least nipa 412 na bia emu hanche mu be se bia duokra na se bi watch de omatimi aba beto mapa sap pepe.
All right, let me see awoni oba pa yada say oni edin komo mejiri ye sentankosi 5 p.m. there obewo studio na majeje results na dey ko nyina meboa.
Yeah, sure ni muti ye ka che wa woto aba o ha se obi on na adwene se bia nipa ho nti wo twen entwen nipa ne ba mako bra beto waba wasede right se woto waba di umra hye badwani a obekọ ma hye badwama mountain no ye bompa isu bia beto na ba na low turn out afi bia ba na fi de ye nya bi ho rera na ekoso wa Blekuma North.
All right, let me see. Yada say only edin komo and then I send a medi kan you know at 5 p.m. no Kessben TV Facebook Kessben 92.9 Facebook Kessben Media. You better na say and then Obapa Lamisi Keche Kwabna Bedu my good self no mama Kenya better na say na fe ya je results ni na from all the 19 polling stations. So stick and stay. Man ko baby I'm going to give you live updates and need their koba and need the final results no ya de ni na be ma ansa na efifia hanom enne efia de na fe the winner and the one winning and then Monday you back all the analysis that has to do with the Blekuma North Kessben matching you didn't ebe bro. Yeah, Achadi's Harry Tail. Okay. Kaswa. Happy birthday to you. Gifty Mensa. CEO. Emma Achadi's Harry Tail. Ewa Kaswa. Radin Shelby. And then happy birthday to you. Salah Diamond, CEO of Diamond Beauty Parlor. Ewa Eyego. So happy birthday to you. Salah Bibia Bokodie. Diamond, CEO Emma Diamond Beauty Parlor. Rade Ensha Bebre na on show was so na bibia entumi enko yema. Happy birthday to you once again. And of course, drawing the curtains down. Today is a Friday. But like I promised, we're going to be back at 5 p.m. near the results in Ina, bro. Live on Kessben TV, Kessben 92.9 and then 93.3. But I'm leaving in the good hands of the big man himself, Joe Laka, taking over the radio TV on Kessben Plus TV and then Kessben TV 92.9 and 93.3 on Kessben TV on Facebook and then 92.9 on Facebook with midfield action from now to 2 p.m. Mijama Mano, heavily produced by Richard Apia Sapon, Meda Sick, Amos, Radin Shaw, Fifi, and I'm Feso Daniel. Monday, I am back with Kessben Maakye. Good morning, have a lovely Friday. Mwah. I greet you all. Good morning.
Waduma kuma ba de bo nipa bata nipa ho obi ada na nyonko yesu ne yirasio obi a woni duma odidi bo a oman wo na ni kosi na fo wa yuku ni chechere ne ma bia na ni koso ni ja obretu ni kupodo